As crossovers and SUVs grow more and more in popularity, you would imagine car companies wouldn't spend much time upgrading their minivan lineup. After all, minivans just aren't that cool. But Kia as a company has been blazing a red-hot trail with their latest offerings, and in a show of defiance, they have gone and done just that. Say hello to the all-new 2022 Kia Carnival. It replaces the outgoing Kia Sedona, and it's quite possibly the coolest looking minivan on the market. So in today's video, we're gonna go for a drive with the all-new 2022 Kia Carnival and see what it has to offer. We want to give a huge thanks to the folks at JTs Kia in Rock Hill, South Carolina, for letting us spend some time with this 2022 Kia Carnival. JTs Kia has an excellent selection of new and used vehicles, so if you're in the market for a new vehicle, certainly check out the folks at JTs Kia. First things first, Kia prefers not to call the new Carnival a minivan. Instead, they're using the term MPV or multi-purpose vehicle. In other parts of the world, MPV is quite common. One look at the new Carnival and it makes sense Kia is shying away from the word minivan, as the MPV's proportions are more SUV-like than they are traditional minivan as we know them here in the United States. The Carnival replaces the Sedona minivan in Kia's lineup, although the Carnival name is not new. Since 1998, the Carnival name has been used throughout the world. With the significant leap forward in design, the name change is undoubtedly warranted. The one we have here is a 2022 Kia Carnival EX, painted in snow white pearl. Starting up front, one of the most notable changes doesn't strictly come in the form of styling, but with Kia's new brand logo. Gone is the oval with blocky lettering. In its place is a more stylistic script that Kia says features symmetry, rhythm, and rising elements that embody Kia's confidence and commitment to customers. Let us know in the comments below what you think about the new logo. Below the badge is the Carnival's interpretation of Kia's Tiger Nose grille. EX trims and lower get this style grille that includes vertical slats with honeycomb style mesh finished in gloss black. Like other modern Kias, the headlight design is creative and unique. The low beams, turn signals, and high beams have an LED light strip that weaves in between them. All Carnivals have LED headlights, although upper SX and SX Prestige trims get a full LED assembly and fog lights. The EX trim doesn't get fog lights, but has brushed chrome accenting at the bottom of the bumper, and there are air curtains at each corner. 4 strong creases run down the middle of the hood, and the hood itself has a flat, boxy shape. In general, the Carnival is very boxy, which you get a good look at when viewing it from the side. Instead of looking like a minivan at first glance, the MPV seems to be a large SUV. There are hints of the Ford Expedition as well as several Land Rover models. There aren't many curves to be found. Instead, there are strong straight lines and chunky rectangular body panels. Kia has added a textured satin chrome accent panel to the rear. The way it splits up the sliding doors from the rear window further adds to its SUV-like appearance. The panel's chrome accent flows through to the back. The EX has 19-inch machined alloy wheels, complete with wheel caps that have the new Kia logo. The rear completes the boxy look with a single light bar that stretches the deck's entire length. The lighting has incandescent bulbs, and the turn signals and reverse lights are at the bottom. The Kia Carnival doesn't come with visible exhaust outlets. Overall, the styling is unique, and Kia has certainly pulled off their goal to make the Carnival appear to be a big boxy style SUV while losing none of the accessibility you get from an MPV. Getting into the Kia Carnival can be done using the key you see here. The key also allows for remote start, and opening and closing of both rear sliding doors by pressing and holding the buttons on the fob. You can also get into the Carnival by pressing the button on the door handle. Alright, hopping into the 2022 Kia Carnival, and first impressions are, if you don't look behind you, you would likely think that you're sitting in something like a Kia Sorento or even a Kia K5. The front portion of this Kia Carnival feels very much like a crossover or a sedan, so it doesn't feel like a minivan up front. As is with all modern Kias, there's plenty of soft touch materials and the build quality is really good. I like this kind of wood-like trimming that is on the dash. Kia has gone to using a dual screen layout that gives me very much a Mercedes-Benz vibe. If you upgrade to the SX Prestige, you will get a true dual screen layout. But overall, this is a really nice interior and I think Kia did a great job designing it. The interior of this EX trim is well appointed and the build quality is excellent. I like the way Kia uses light and dark colors instead of all black. The wood-like trim is also a nice touch. The front area of the Carnival feels very much like what you would find in a crossover SUV, and the sizable 12.3-inch touchscreen dominates the dash and is the largest screen in this class. Similar to what you will find in the Mercedes-Benz, the gauge cluster and center touchscreen form together to create a single unit. I'm a big fan of the layout and I think the touchscreen looks crisp. I found it to be fairly responsive to touch inputs. It does include Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And I like how Apple CarPlay fills up the entire screen when you use it. Popping the Carnival into reverse will bring up the rear camera. Another cool feature available with this upgraded touchscreen is passenger view. It brings up a very high quality image of the rear seating area. That way when the kids get a bit rowdy, you can see who's the instigator without having to turn around. Below the center touchscreen are controls for the navigation system, and radio and media controls. Those are connectivity options that include 3 USB ports and a wireless charging pad. On the lower part of the center console are buttons for changing the drive modes. Behind that are controls for the heated seats and the parking sensors and camera. The console also has 2 cup holders. The center armrest is wrapped in soft leather-like material with 2 additional cup holders in the back. Other storage areas include the glove box and a small pocket in the passenger's footwell. From the driver's seat, you can get a good look at the gauge cluster that includes analog gauges and a 4.2-inch TFT display for additional information. The steering wheel is wrapped in lovely feeling leather and has buttons for media and cruise control options. To the left of the steering wheel are buttons that allow you to open and close the sliding doors, as well as the trunk. The seats are comfortable and wrapped in soft, high-quality leatherette material. The driver's seat gets 10-way power adjustments with 2-way lumbar support. There are traditional vanity mirrors and roof-mounted lighting. Getting into the second and third rows is done via the sliding doors. EX trims get seating for 3 in the second row. Each seat can individually adjust, which includes reclining and sliding fore and aft. The material quality is suitable for the second row, and the 2-tone color scheme continues throughout. There's a button to open and close the sliding doors. You can also use the handle. The ceiling has built-in climate controls and air vents. In the middle of the roof, you will find the camera for passenger view. There's also a button that allows rear seat passengers to control the infotainment screen with voice commands.
Please say a command.
Turn on the radio.
Now listening to FM radio.
There's a tremendous amount of legroom and headroom in the second row, and with the adjustability of the seats, you can certainly stretch your legs out. Kia will be offering reclining seats on the top SX Prestige trim. Second row passengers also get built-in sunshades, a 12-volt port, and USB connectivity is located on the side of each front seat. Gaining access to the third row is easy to do by pulling the lever on the second row seat. The third row is also highly spacious with plenty of head and legroom. The materials are primarily hard plastics as you would expect, but the seats remain very comfortable and there are USB ports, sunshades, and air vents. Each of the second row seats also has a pull strap that allows you to adjust them from the third row. With hands-free opening, the Kia Carnival will open the sliding doors when you stand next to it with the key in your pocket. This can be helpful for when you have your hands full. This convenience feature also works with the smart trunk. In the rear, you can gain access to a tremendous amount of cargo space. The floor is very deep and has no issues gobbling up cargo. There are also large cubby spaces for additional storage. Folding the third row seats flat is relatively easy to do in 2 steps. First, fold the seats using the pull straps, and second, pull the seats backward using this lever. They fit nicely into the floor and give you a flat surface for plenty of cargo. I thought it was neat that you're able to pull the second row middle seat almost entirely to the rear, a good sitting place for the family introvert. The Kia Carnival has a push button start. Let's press the button and start it up. The Kia Carnival comes with only one powertrain for all trims, a 3.5-liter V6. The engine makes 290 horsepower and 262 pound-feet of torque. Alrighty, taking the 2022 Kia Carnival out for a drive. And this does ride on Kia and Hyundai Group's all-new N3 platform, which is also shared with the Kia K5 as well as the Kia Sorento. So it drives more like a crossover or a sedan than it does what you would expect from a minivan. Now, I know Kia wants to call this an MPV here in the United States. We're used to calling MPVs minivans, so it's a little bit of a learning curve for those in the United States, but MPV, multi-purpose vehicle. And now the Carnival does come with only one engine option, which is a V6, and it makes 290 horsepower, which does make it the most powerful minivan available. Prior to this, it was the Chrysler Pacifica, but now the Kia Carnival is the most powerful with this V6, and it is the only engine option available. Regardless of which trim you get, you will get this V6. Let's give it a little bit of gas and see what it has. Yeah, I mean, it pulls really strong, and of course this is a large vehicle. For it to pull as hard as it does, that's a good testament to the amount of power that this engine makes. Overall, driving impressions are that this feels good. It feels exactly how you would expect, like I said, more so a crossover to feel. So it's pretty light in terms of steering. It will tighten up if you put it into sport mode. You'll get a little bit more tighter steering versus leaving it in any of the other modes. This EX is probably the sweet spot for the Kia Carnival in the sense that for the luxury features you get with this at the price point, this is a really, really good vehicle. I do really like the passenger view, which is a nice feature, and you can also access passenger talk, and it allows you to see, and it's actually a really clear view. I don't know if that's It's gotta be at least 720, but that's a very crisp image. Really cool feature, I like that a lot. All right, let's see what this big thing's turning radius is like here. You know, that is not bad at all for such a long vehicle. That took care of that with no problem. All right, a little bit more acceleration here. Give it some mid-throttle acceleration. Yeah, and you know, it really builds the higher that it climbs into the RPM. So it seems like down low, it's kind of waiting a little bit, but you can feel the torque the higher you go in the RPMs. It does seem like you have to rev it a little bit. It's not a turbocharged engine, so you don't get the low end torque that you would get from a turbo engine, but if you need the power and you stay in it, it definitely has it. In the world of minivans, MPVs, the Kia Carnival has many things going for it. It doesn't look like a traditional minivan, and with a crossover-obsessed consumer base, the styling may help pull some buyers away from their Suburbans and Expeditions. It has plenty of standard features in this EX trim at a competitive price. Driving it around, you get nearly the same amount of engagement as you do from Kia's crossover offerings. It feels almost as sure-footed and planted as a Kia Sorento. The Carnival was offered in 5 different trim levels: the base LX, the LX seat package, which adds features such as a 10-way power driver's seat and heated front seating, the EX trim like the one we have, the SX trim, which adds notable features like the chrome grille and rear seat entertainment, and then there's the top-of-the-line SX Prestige, which adds features such as dual power sunroofs and second-row VIP lounge seating. Kia has given the Carnival over 10 standard advanced safety driver assist features such as blind spot avoidance and lane keep assist. The Carnival isn't perfect. Gas mileage remains a space where Kia could improve, but it's somewhat of a trade-off with the most power in this class. Because the Carnival shares a platform with the Sorento, we would like to see Kia add a hybrid option to compete with Chrysler and Toyota. All-wheel drive would also be a nice addition. While Chrysler holds the patent to their stow-and-go seating system, ensuring they're the only vans on the market using the setup, we do wish Kia would have come up with a new and easier way to move the second-row seats out of the way to store more cargo. But overall, the Kia Carnival does a lot of things right. And if you're looking for the ultimate in convenience, people and cargo space, but prefer the looks of an SUV, then the all-new 2022 Kia Carnival is certainly worth checking out. Thanks again to JTs Kia in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. You can also find us on Instagram at rideXdrive.